Welcome to Chew the Fat. I am your host, Smooth, and today we're going to discuss a very sensitive topic. People are questioning whether or not Just Pearly Things is racist. Many people in the Manosphere have denounced her, and we're going to take a look at it and see if it's actually justified. We'll let you be the judge. She featured a very peculiar guest. No Jumper did the same thing, but yes, they both featured Nick Fuentes. And when you do that with a very controversial guest, people expect you to give pushback, especially if your audience is normally the target of their talks. So we're going to let you be the judge. We'll jump right into the video, let you know what you think in the comments. Like to hear it. Here it goes.
But your argument was the Holocaust was not special and all countries have done that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so you're saying, why is the Holocaust special?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. Okay, what do you mean, basically?
Well, yeah, I mean, because of course, you know, we're getting into the details of it, but yeah, that's the gist.
Yeah, I mean, but you kind of deny it happened.
Yeah, I denied some of the parts of it.
You deny parts of it don't seem realistic to you. You think they were embellished upon.
I think they're embellished, yeah.
And I'm just going by the body language. I could be wrong, but probably not. Just Pearly Things normally laughs and smiles a lot when she's nervous. And maybe that's something she picked up as a child. Maybe it's something that she just picked up now. But when she's nervous, she does a lot of laughing, a lot of smiling. And I couldn't tell you whether or not how to feel about that, because it could just be a sign of nervousness, but other people would take it as maybe she thinks it's a joke. Which one is accurate? You be the judge. But it's certainly no place to do it. And as a professional, you're expected to behave better, particularly when you're talking to a person like Nick Fuentes, right? You don't want to really give him an opportunity on your platform to give out this type of racist rhetoric. But we're going to go ahead and continue with that. Go ahead.
The same way. This sounds, oh gosh.
Oh boy.
They're going to be in trouble. This sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder of, or the guy who made Roots said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do, is they embellish. And I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible. It was.
Right.
But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people. Wish you luck.
Yikes. The founder of Roots. She couldn't even name his name. And that's fine. But when you were not versed in a particular topic, it's okay to say, you know what? I don't know. Just stand there, something. But don't add to it, right? Don't add fuel to the flames and support that type of racist rhetoric. That's what she's doing right now. She's supporting it. And I can see why a lot of people are disgusted by this, because that's just inappropriate and unacceptable. There's some more.
And, you know,
I don't.
Wow.
I really don't. I don't wish luck to racists.
Oh, I'm not racist.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Nick.
Yeah, I am a little bit
Yeah,
racist.
I know.
But listen, but it's not because I hate people. I love people.
So, you know, anyone who was questioning whether or not Nick Fuentes is racist, he just admitted it. Right there. Right there. He said it. Yes, maybe I am. Okay. Carry on.
Just race is real. Race is real. Race is a part of us. So, hey, it is what it is.
And the Italians, we do not claim you.
Oh.
Notice, Just Pearly Things, nothing but the smiling again, right? There she goes. She's not doing anything. This is where people wanted you to push back. You don't just let him talk. And I'm going to tell you why. Because in her apology, which we'll get to later, and what she normally says is that she holds people accountable. When she says that sometimes she lets people just interview, right? So, okay, you're going to let this guy just interview. But if there was a woman who's one of these 304s, right, who are saying a bunch of bad things about men, you jump on her right away. You intercept everything. You have all the answers. You have everything to say about it. Everything to say about it. You got your stats. You got everything backed up. She's not very versed on this particular topic, so she had nothing. She's allowing everyone else to do it. This particular lady, right, she appears on her show quite a bit. She's actually with King Riches, which is another black man who is on her platform, and that's who dates her. Not dating Just Pearly Things, but dating this woman on the opposite side here. That's his girlfriend. So of course, she would be very offended. That's why she's giving some serious pushback, right? And I'm curious to see what King Richard is going to have to say about this because, one, it's a very horrible situation, but two, that's his boss, right? So without Just Pearly Things, he doesn't really have a situation, most likely, in all honesty. It's very hard to grow here in this space. That's why people beg you to subscribe. That's why people beg you to like, because YouTube doesn't suggest these types of videos. It's just what it is. So if you are not going to support, then it is, people are just going to suffer. So unless you are able to ride the coattail of someone who's really making moves and they can co-sign you and put you on and that type of thing. So this is where we are with this, but we're going to get back to the topic.
Hey, the Italians don't claim you. You're the one dating a black guy. The Italians don't claim me. They don't claim you.
Oh, no, they claim me. They claim me.
I don't think so.
They do.
Italian guys, yeah.
Italians,
Tell an Italian guy about your affinity for black guys. That'll go over real well.
Good one, Nick.
Maybe some brajol. There's some Italian
No,
for
but
you.
I will make my black boyfriend some of that.
Ugh, wow. You don't know any better.
All right, so we got that there, right? We're going to jump into MTR next, right? Now, I do want to talk about that just a bit. Do you think that was super out of line what Homegirl was just talking about? Whew. Listen to what he's saying, man. This is the worst. This is the worst. So I want to know what your thoughts are about that particular situation because I think he went too far even there. I think Just Pearly Things had plenty of opportunities to interject and say something. Her co-host at the time was, she had a mouthful, right? And she let Nick Fuentes have it, as she should have. Now, do you think that Just Pearly Things should have said something as well? And I'm going to say yes, right? And I'm only going to say yes because that's what she normally does. When a woman comes on there that she disagrees with, she goes ahead and let her have it no matter what. Even if there's a guy that she disagrees with, she'll bring up some points. And she doesn't have to curse him out. She doesn't have to get aggressive with him. None of that stuff. But you should say something, right? You really should say something, being that most of your staff are black people, most of your audience that you started with, right? I think it's only right. But we're going to go right ahead. Now, we're going to get into the MTR, which I was mediocre tutorials and reviews, right? I was very surprised to see that this would happen because he actually just came from London. And when he was doing a live to talk about the trip from London, he did hella collaborations with Just Pearly Things. I mean, a bunch. Like they were really like double teaming it. They had a dating show they were going to do and everything. And he is now abandoning the entire project. He doesn't want his videos that he did with her to be published or anything. For what I understand here. But we're going to get into this. And you let me know if you think that he made the right move.
Embellishment of slavery is where you display the true level of your insensitivity and lack of understanding about the culture that you have immersed yourself in, whether you like it or not. Pearl, at the end of the day, you're f***ed up. I completely, as I said on that stream, denounce your statements.
You heard the word denounce. MTR is not playing. He's not.
And I believe that you need to be held completely accountable for your words and your actions. And I want you to do it for the sake of my history, for the sake of my community, for the sake of my audience, and the people who have followed me and will continue to follow me, Pearl. The people that found you through my channel because of these actions. And Pearl, we had a one-on-one conversation before I recorded this video. And I told you I can no longer work with you. We had a dating show that was in the pipeline and I was super excited about releasing.
Sheesh. He can no longer work with you. No longer. They were having a lot of fun doing it. I would imagine that he had no idea about this particular interview or anything. Or maybe just her ideas. Now, I guess we could speculate on what she actually thinks and what she actually feels, but I know that MTR does not want any parts of it at all. At all.
This content on your platform and then cutting it up and putting it up on my platform and reacting to it. We did great content up there. But along with these statements that have come up, I no longer feel comfortable in having that dating show footage released along with the other content that was recorded up there onto your platform. I plan in the future not to release more content up onto the channel regarding my time in London. And to be honest, frankly, it really sucks because I had a lot that I wanted to be able to speak about.
I was warned.
All right. Yeah, that's Jason Black next. But we're going to talk about the MTR for a second. I actually had an opportunity to speak with MTR one-on-one once. This was on a live. It wasn't in person. I don't know him personally, but I did have a chance to have a one-on-one discussion with him. And what that discussion consisted of was him aligning himself with the right people, right? He had an opportunity to be on a particular platform at the time, and he was weighing his options. I advised him of what I thought the pros and the cons would be. And of course, I said, you make your own decision as a man. And that he did. So one thing that I learned from that conversation is that he's not going to just coattail anybody if it goes against his moral values or it doesn't align with his moral values. It doesn't matter to him if it's a good look. He just won't do it, right? So to me, that's a solid dude, right? I would definitely say this is solid. I'd say it's commendable to stick by your guns because we all know that Just Pearly Things is the hottest train smoking right now as far as the Manosphere is concerned. And a lot of people are trying to align themselves with her just for the views, for the clicks, and everything else. Now, it may hurt his channel. More than likely it will, the fact that he's not going to collaborate with her anymore, but he doesn't care. He's sticking to his guns, and it's respectable. So, you know, and I'm not saying that that is right or wrong because maybe he should make that decision, maybe he shouldn't, but he's sticking to it, right? And I'm not saying that he should banish or just cut Pearly Things out of the mix altogether. That's fine if that's what you want to do. I'm just saying that it's commendable that he is sticking to something, that he actually stands for something, and that's what I would say about that. Now, our next gentleman that we're going to get into is Jason Black, and Jason Black never had any love for Just Pearly Things off rip, and he will let you know every time that she does something wrong that he never had any love for Just Pearly Things. We're going to get into it just a little bit about what he had to say about her.
Time in London. And to be honest, frankly, it really sucks because I had a lot that I wanted to be able to speak.
Because there is just a white butt-kissing gene in so many people. When I warned about this chick from day one and said she doesn't even need to be let in the neighborhood, much less let in the front door, I said that then, and a bunch of Negroes sitting up here talking about, well, don't worry, she got a pass from Kevin and Fresh and Fit. They say she aight. All right. Bunch of Negroes trying to be social climbers. Next thing you know, you gone, and she's here, and she is building the white supremacist institution right in front of your faces. Well, let me tell you right.
Yeah, let me know if you think Jason Black is on one or he's going overboard. He's going hard. Pause. But I want to know what you think in the comments. Do you think that it's a little extra, it's a little much, or do you actually feel like this is completely justified?
Now, your girl didn't cut you no slack. She cut you no slack whatsoever. I wonder what Miss Pearly Things thinks of African immigrants versus Black Americans, specifically descendants of slaves, foundationals. I wonder what she thinks of that.
Because in my head, see, I hire people from Africa, right?
Right.
Shout out Blessing.
Yeah.
And I just see like the work ethic of people that are like not from America, and they often work harder than the people that are from America. So in my head,
irresponsible lady. Irresponsible lady. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, You didn't think that this was going to hurt you? Yeah.
It's like, wouldn't it help us economically if we had more, like, if they had a certain, like, mindset in order?
Well, I told you were going to get your hearts and your feelings and your souls broken. There's no way you can defend her now and sit up here and say you cool with it. She just outright told you, well, they work harder than, people. Now, you know she means black. I like my African immigrants. They work harder than, people from America.
Today, I'm going to be...
You know what? As I listen to those statements, it becomes more and more cringe. I could kind of see why Jason Black feels like that. I can't knock him for it. Can't say that's exactly how I feel, but I can see how someone would be infuriated hearing these types of things, right? Like, really, I really could. Now, Just Pearly Things did issue an apology, like anyone who knows a little bit about PR does, after a serious debacle, right? So, I want to know what you guys think. I want you, those of us who understand body language very well, I want us to dig in and let's break this down. Let's see how sincere and authentic this apology is. Carry on.
Addressing the Nick Fuentes situation.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know why you guys are here. Okay. So, I want to first say I take full accountability for everything that happened. Everything that happens in life, as I say to the girls on my shows.
All right, here's the one thing that I'm having a problem with. Those of us who know a little bit about body language, right? You know when a person looks in a certain direction, one is the creative side and one is the memory side. According to people who detect lies, right? People who are professional body language readers, right? She's doing a little bit of looking to one particular side. I'm not going to say. Anyone who thinks they know, go ahead and drop it down in the comments. But the eyes give you everything. We're going to keep going, though.
Fault. The fact that people are making these videos is my own fault. And the situation that I'm in is my own fault. Now I'm going to give you guys an explanation and give you guys context for some of the conversations that were had. Just know it's not an excuse. It's my own fault. I take full accountability.
Those eyes are driving me nuts right now. I need some comments about the eyes down below. ASAP. I need you to tell me what you think about those eyes, because the eyes, you already know about the eyes, but it's not looking too good from what I can see here.
For everything that happened. Okay. So, but I'm going to answer questions that people have brought my way. So the first thing is, why did you have Nick on? So, the reasoning behind having Nick Fuentes on was because I heard that he was on the no-fly list and he lost his bank account. Now, from your point of view, you would think, why would you invite someone on that's on the no-fly list, right? That would be a bad... Well, he's not anymore. That's how he flew, but he was. So...
All right. Either one of two of these things are correct. Either you are really horrible at sourcing guests and you do no research whatsoever, because it's nearly impossible to not know who Nick Fuentes is unless you are under a rock. If you are a YouTuber, you should know everything about him, right? There's really no question about who or what he is. There really isn't. There's a bunch of data that shows what he is, unapologetically. It's not like rumored. It's not what people think. If you listen to what he says, long form, which you should have if you're going to interview someone, right? So, me personally, I would have never allowed him on the platform. If it was, it would be to debate and debunk, but not to support, not to give you a platform to continue to spew racist nonsense. That's just what it is. Carry on.
I was more just curious why this man was banned and everything. Now, I've seen a lot of videos that say I play dumb or I'm playing dumb. And I'll tell you what I knew and what I didn't know. So I did know that he was a known racist. I did know he was a known sexist. I did know that basically every bad name in the book from the right and the left, everyone hated him. So the reason I had him on was because, guys, people say that stuff about me. They say I'm sexist. They say I'm a misogynist. And, you know, I really just like to give people the benefit of the doubt when I interview them. I don't go into interviews trying to interrogate someone. I just more try to listen and see where they're coming from. In hindsight, that wasn't smart. And in hindsight, I should have had someone, you know, maybe Sarah Garvey, maybe another content creator that could have pushed back more and really was more educated on the topics that he was talking.
She absolutely should have done that. Most of her staff is black, in all honesty. It is. She should have done that. And if you're going to have a guy like that, right? And I don't want y'all guys to get it twisted. I don't think Just Pearly thinks it's racist. I don't think so. But what I do think is that she was very irresponsible with this particular choice. And I feel like she could have handled it a lot better, right? If she was racist, she probably wouldn't surround herself with a lot of black people. Now, she does have a lot of guests, and people could say that's just being a culture vulture, right? A grifter, whatever. But a lot of her staff, her main editor is, and a lot of people she has behind the scenes, they're mostly black too. And she doesn't have to do that. So that's what she chooses to surround herself with. And word on the street is, and from what she's even said, she's personally says that she has dated interracially. So I really don't want to put that racist tag on her at all. I don't think it's fair to say that. Now, will I say she's racially insensitive? Yes. Right? Does she have a lot of ignorance going on with that? Certainly. Is it irresponsible? Yes. Now, that is what I think she should be held accountable for. More so being irresponsible. Because I don't truly believe that she is racist. I do think that she could have made some better decisions. I do think that she chose Nick Fuentes purely for views because she knew it would be controversial, and she likes the controversy, right? She understands that. She knows that she brought Andrew Tate on, and that video has more than 4 million views by itself. Just that one video has more than 4 million views. So, you know, it is what it is. And that's what you were going for.
About than I was, because I certainly was not an expert in any of the stuff that he was talking about. I did remove the interview. I, again, did not think through a lot of the repercussions of posting that, so I just removed it.
No kidding.
If you do want to see the full interview, Obsidian did react to it. That's on his channel. The intention was not, I guess, to hide it. It was just,
that was a lie.
This might not have been the best move. I'm just going to remove it now. So again, racism has no place in society, and I do take accountability for bringing him on. Hindsight's always 20/20.
What?
I wrote down some of the complaints that people had. So if I look this way, it's just because I made bullet points of everyone's concerns, and I'm just addressing them. Okay.
She's hella nervous here. I mean, I don't want to go through the whole thing. You can easily hit her page. That apology will not be deleted like the Nick Fuentes video. So if you guys really want to go ahead and grab the rest of that, I would encourage you to watch that. I also didn't get an opportunity to play the entire MTR video. You don't want to play this whole guy's thing, trust me. But just for the sake of, you want people to still go and watch the original content. And I would urge you to watch the two. And I'll include the 2 videos in the description, so you have them, and you can watch the video from MTR, you can watch the video from Jason Black, you can watch the video from Just Pearly Things if you want to watch it in its entirety. But I just wanted you to have some information so you can have some context and see why is it that everyone is up in arms about this. And are they overdoing it, right? Maybe so. Would I disassociate myself from something like this? It would depend on the relationship. Right? If I have not had any interaction with her, then I would not be excited to. That's correct. But if I knew her, if we were really cool, if we were already friends and things like that, then, you know, it might be tough. But I can understand if you did. I can't judge you if you did. I can't tell you how to feel when something happens to you. So you make your own choices as men and women. But I'd love to know what you guys think about this one. This one got pretty wicked, and I don't think it's going to go away for a little while. I'm very curious to see what you guys think about this. Please let me know down in the comments all of your thoughts. And as always, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.